The motif for the April book club is not prose, meaning something that's written in poetry verse, kind of like song lyrics, because April is National Poetry Month. The library has a lot of books written in verse. We have them on our surfboard display, and we also have them on our virtual shelf in the library. You can read them faster than regular books because they're not full sentences or full pages, but they still tell a really great story. If you really can't get into a book written in verse, then there's still an option for you to join book club this month. I made a pun out of the motif. Not prose can also mean not prose, like not professional. So if you can find any book that deals with somebody in the story not being professional at what they're doing, then you can also join book club. And that could be just about any book. So if you've read a book written in verse, or you've read one that deals with somebody who's not professional at something, then you would be qualified to join this month's book club. You just need to sign up with Mrs. Hanson, that's me, in the library, so that we know that you're going to be there. There just might be some snacks. April's book club will be from 3:30 to 4:30 on Tuesday, April 26th in the library. So I've selected a book for my review for this month. It is a book written in verse, and it is Jason Reynolds' Long Way Down. And as you can see, very short pages, not a full page, not full sentences. It's a really interesting book. There's also a graphic novel version of it that I read prior. So here's my review. This is my regular review for the Jason Reynolds Long Way Down. It's 306 pages long. I give this book a 10 out of 10. It's really thought-provoking, detailed, but not too much, and leaves you with questions. Did I like it or not? This is a novel in verse, so it took me about 90 minutes to read cover to cover, but it has really stayed with me since I read it. I'm wondering a lot about the symbolism, and I want to know more about Tony. It's a hard story to read because of the content. It involves a death. But the struggle that the protagonist has to deal with about what to do after the death is really powerful, thoughtful, and shows vulnerability in a place that's dangerous to have vulnerability, let alone show it. The graphic novel was also good, except it didn't have as many details. And again, the graphic novel is like a big comic book with all kinds of illustrations. Same storyline, but this is less detailed than this one is. My Shrinklet review, because I've asked for people for Poetry Month to actually do a poem form review. So my Shrinklet review is this. Just over a minute for lives to flash by on the way down to committing a crime. The rules dictate all, and they stop lives from living, but the loyalty remains, and they hope they are forgiven.